Good afternoon. I'm Pat Sturdivant, Executive Director of the Capital Area Workforce Development Board and President of the North Carolina Association of Workforce Development Boards Directors Council. I'm honored to speak on behalf of North Carolina's Workforce Development Boards. As I was thinking about what I wanted to say, I couldn't help but think about the challenges related to the pandemic and how it has impacted our workforce system over the last 7 months, as well as the social unrest that we are experiencing around racial inequities. What immediately came to mind was a quote by Dr. Martin Luther King. He said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." When I consider our response to the pandemic as workforce boards, but not just workforce boards, including our partners, DWS, community colleges, and others, I think we measure up well and have shown our strength and commitment as a workforce system. For example, in our career centers, we pivoted to providing our services virtually through telephone, web, and chat functions. Boards continue to serve businesses and invested in software to provide virtual career fairs as well as drive-through fairs and hiring events. We appreciate that DWS invested in a statewide call center and chat function. Multiple boards invested in texting software to keep customers up to date on UI information and other career center info. We had no choice but to be reactive, and I think we reacted well. I always use the example of if we're in a flood. If we're in a flood, we can't focus our energy on how to avoid the flood in the future. We have to deal with the flood right then to get it under control. And then after it's under control, start thinking about how can we be better prepared for a future flood or how to deal with the aftermath of the flood. And I think that's where we are today and why this year's conference theme is so appropriate, reimagining the future of work. We have learned a lot about our career center system during this pandemic, strengths as well as weaknesses. And now is the time to start thinking about how we can be more nimble. How can we better utilize technology and depend on less brick and mortar? How can we be more flexible in service delivery? To put it in the words of one of my board members, how do we focus on fixing our system versus fixing people? You know, this makes a lot of sense to me because if we have a system that is designed based on customer needs, businesses and job seekers, we automatically have a system that helps to close the skills gap as well as the opportunity gap that exists today. If we do this, it inherently ensures businesses have access to the quality talent pools they need to fill their openings, and job seekers have access to education, economic security, job quality, and career mobility. Now, I'm not being naive, as I know some of this will take mind shifts not only for how we deliver services, but also how we are funded, as well as how employers recruit, sort, and assess the value of candidates. But that's a longer conversation. But what we can do, though, is make changes in areas that we can control. Now, I can't end my remarks without recognizing our Career Center frontline staff. Many who are in our career centers providing services even during the pandemic, and others working from home. These are the folks who are dealing firsthand with the frustration and often desperation of job seekers trying to connect to resources. You are appreciated. I also thank all in our workforce system for your public service and care. I conclude by saying I am proud to be part of North Carolina's workforce system. Thank you.